great to be back at this living museum, the Milwaukee Mile.
And Mark, I think as we think about over the years, tracks where we have announced, probably the only other place where you had a more intimate view was Nashville Superspeedway.
Yeah, no question. I might have been a little higher up off the track and been able to look down into the cockpit a little deeper when we're at Nashville. But, I mean, I'll tell you, we can reach out and touch them as they go by here. This is just a great vantage point. We're thrilled to be back here. Nice crowd rolling in here for all of the events today. And we certainly hope that Mother Nature cooperates throughout the day tomorrow and then brings us a fabulous race day on Sunday.
Mark, I'm trying to get a fix. You're in turn 3, right?
That's exactly right.
And
right just about to the apex. There's a billboard with a little point on it. It was formerly the Briggs and Stratton billboard, and we are just to the right, just to the left of that point as you're looking this way.
Okay, I'm trying to find you. I know you're out there, but for whatever reason, I am not seeing you. So I see the Kohler Power billboard, and I see the Comfort Inn and Suites billboard, but we'll find you eventually. We know you're out there.
If you go back toward the back straightaway from the Comfort Inn and Suites billboard,
right,
we're the one just before it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I know where you're talking. I just can't see you.
And I'm not that hard to pick up normally.
Well, for whatever reason, you're blending in with the background here very nicely today. We've got a new car atop. Actually, Dario Franchitti has now moved to P2, and Graham Rahal, who we told you about. Tell you what, Graham likes this racetrack. There is no denying that. Graham, it seems like just melts with this place. There's something about this track that his dad liked, and something that Graham likes about racing here. And Graham Rahal, Mark, is currently P3. Will Power, though, is still the class of the field right now at 167.648. Davey, you've been keeping your eye on him, but certainly the gap has been narrowed dramatically as Dario Franchitti finds himself just 0.02 of a second behind Will Power.
Right, exactly. Now, Graham in third is about 1.5 miles an hour off still from Will Power, but still, the times are falling, but nowhere close to that 172. Now, it's not qualifying. These guys they'll put lighter fuel loads in. They'll go faster than this and qualify, no question about it, Mike, but I don't think we'll see any track records this weekend.
Cars on track heading our way right now. The 67 of Ed Carpenter, the 9 of Scott Dixon. Coming off of turn number 4, there's Will Power in the Verizon Wireless car. The 24, the Iparanga machine of Anna Beatriz. The 82 of Tony Kanaan is out on track, and Alex Lloyd. And the number 2 Telemundo machine of Oriol Serbia, who, Mark, we remember the drive that Oriol had here three or 4 years ago, where he got himself not only back on the lead lap, but raced himself into the top 5. And we look forward to watching Oriol Serbia race here on Sunday.
He gets to the bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4. Most of the drivers, we've been watching them transition from 3 into 4, and they stay about a groove up. They don't get very close to the white line at all unless they're prepping to go onto pit road. We can watch them actually get them in the apex at turn number 2. As they exit turn number 2, they get awfully close to that outside retaining wall. They stay pretty much to the high groove of the racetrack all the way down the back straightaway, and it's not till they get just shy of the apex to 3 till they start to transition to the bottom. We were worried maybe about some of the alternate compounds from the other tires for all the series running here this weekend. I think we counted 6 different classifications of cars running here at the Milwaukee Mile this weekend. And so far, with this being the first day, we just don't see a lot of grit and grime to the high side of this racetrack. But I'm sure the sweepers and the blowers, Mike, will be plenty busy throughout the day tomorrow. And then before we go racing on Sunday, because this track will be wall-to-wall tomorrow with all those 6 classes of cars for practice and qualifying, and then again on race day.
Davey, right now the top 10 cars are separated by 41 hundredths of a second, but the top 3 are separated by 5 hundredths.
Pretty amazing.
Power, Franchitti, and Dixon, and we're just waiting to see Briscoe begin climbing up the chart. We know how good Ryan has been here in the past, but right now Power, Franchitti, and Dixon, those are the drivers. As we take a look once again, Scott Dixon won here in 2009. Briscoe won here in 2008. Kanaan back-to-back in 2006 and 2007. Sam Hornish Jr. and Dario Franchitti in 2004 and 2005. Now, you take a look at second and third place finishers over the last 6 or 7 years here. Briscoe has a win and a second. here in the last 3 starts that he has made. Scott Dixon has also been very good at this racetrack, as he has a win and a second as well. Dario Franchitti. Dario always seems to be hanging around towards the front. Dario, as we mentioned earlier, won here in 2004, finished second in 2005, finished second in 2007, and finished third in 2009. Jay Query?
Yeah, I actually had a question for Davey in walking around here at the Milwaukee Mile, and that is the fact that so many of the tracks that we see, obviously through the combination of the grandstands and just the size of them, you can have different track temperatures or track conditions throughout the course of one circuit via the shadows. But in Milwaukee, the one thing I've noticed is obviously here between the grandstands and the fact that it's smaller is that the entire track seems to either be under the heat at the same time or in the shadows at the same time. You would not have it where it's mixed up.